Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. I am so sorry about yesterday. I tried to be here, but I didn't get home until after 9 o'clock, because I had some things to take care of. So I wasn't able to be here. So I'm here right now, and I'm trying to get here as much as I can. Thank you all for your patience. I didn't get to post on a community board as well because all I can do is just eat, you know, um, and just jump in the shower, get ready for today. So just keep showing up here, subscribe to the channel because that's why I never give a time because I could never say, hey, I'm going to be on at a certain time because all these things that come up that I have to take care of. Um, I have some more responsibilities right now that are on the plate that I have to take care of. So even after this video, I have to go take care of one last step to something. And hopefully things are lighting up for a while. But I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. It's really warmer outside today than expected for this time of year. And, it's nice to have it, but the days are getting shorter, and I don't know, it kind of changes the mood when your days are getting, since the days are getting shorter. And it, like, winter time is coming, and by 5 o'clock, very soon it's going to be dark. Well, I don't like that, but, you know, this is how it goes. So, guys, let's get into this topic of discussion today. And I hope everyone is doing well. Before we do that, let me remind you that this is a no judgment zone. We're here to help everybody grow, evolve, and to do better in their life and to heal pain, grief, and trauma so that you can continue to to move forward with your mental health and physical health issues. It's so important to do that, guys. It doesn't matter who thinks what. Like I always tell you, without your mental health or your physical health, you can't do anything for yourself or anybody else. So please keep working on yourself. You're going to have days where you fall down, get right back up and keep going. Don't give up on your self investment. It's too important. It should always be a priority. And also, I am not a therapist of any sort. How I help people here is by sharing the personal experiences of all the trauma, the pain, grief, and toxic situations that I've gone through, and how God has helped me through these trials and tribulations as I take step forwards to help myself. God can't even help you if you don't help yourself. You can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. And the importance here is to keep getting up and don't stay down, because life can get you down with all these things going on in this world today. Get right back up and keep going because you're going to have good days, you're going to have not good days, but don't let the not good days keep you down. Get right back up again and keep going. So, the title of discussion today is The Importance of Self Discipline. And I had to learn that, and it wasn't easy. So, I'm going to talk about my experiences with self discipline and healing um, because I kept falling down, but I got back up again as I asked God to help me. And what I would do is take a half step with anything, and God would take a step. And when I noticed that, and it was not just a one-time situation, it was a ongoing situation. As I took a step to help myself, God was taking two and three behind the scenes, and that motivated me to keep going and never to give up on me. Because if God loved me like that, then I can love myself. And you guys can do the same thing. It doesn't matter the nonsense that other people are talking. And I had to learn to tune that stuff out. And it wasn't easy, to tune it out, but I learned to do that. Um, Achieving self discipline could save you from a lot of pain and heartache, um, and added pain in your life because Making impulsive decisions was something that I used to do in the past before I started getting on this journey to heal the pain and everything. Um, just, oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, let's do that. Let's do that. Entering situations that were not for my highest good. you know um Taking on things like that's how I got scammed a lot in the past, because being too trustworthy of other folks, and especially folks I didn't know that well. Oh, he or she seemed okay and blah blah you know and I lost a lot of money in the past doing that, because these people were fake, coming into my energy and life so that they can take from me. And back then, I didn't realize what was going on, because, the nature I have is generosity to help others, because as I help others, they lift me up. But we have to think about who we helping, because some people are not coming to us. Um, with pure motives. The intentions, some folks' intentions are not good. Like I talked about in a video probably about a week ago about smiling faces, and I got over 1,000 views with that video alone, because I guess a lot of people are relating to what I was discussing in that video. Because sometimes people are not who they appear to be. They come into your life and their intentions. It's the intent behind everything. They come into your life not with pure intentions. Like I said, some people come to take and to, drain you dry of anything good that you have in your life. And that's what I didn't know before I started healing. I didn't realize, I would trust people. Oh, you got this problem, if I can help. And, people coming to you to take. Oh, I need a place to stay. I need that. Do this, do that. And all those things that I was doing to help people, as the people whose intentions were not pure, those things were bringing drama and toxicity to my own life. People, it was bringing a lot of negativity, things that would not normally be in my life, but because I connected with these individuals to help them, and they were not there because they had these specific problems. Their intentions were to drain me and to bring me down, because they didn't want to see me rise up. And that's what envy is to me. People coming in, with fakeness and with not pure intention, so that they can take from you and bring pain, cause pain into your life. And I dealt with that over and over again. I'm going to tell you like this, guys. I dealt with that so much. I know what it looks like when it approached me. So I know what it looks like because I have dealt with it over and over, because I wasn't learning those lessons. So it kept coming back in different people, shapes, and forms, but the same situation, when I talk about intent, until the last time was really the last time, because it was so bad that I just, and from that, I had to ask God to help me to rise up again from it. The deception and the intent and the deception was so bad. And that happened about 2.5 years ago. And it was so bad that I just, I needed God to help me get up, because that one had me down, and that's why I said it's important to know who you're allowing in your space, in your life, in your energy. It's important to know that, because you could be allowing a devil into your life, and it's important. And it's not, oh, I think I'm better than her or him or anything like that. You know, it's about clearing out toxicity, because when someone has a lot of drama and toxic ways, and they got all this craziness going on, and if they connect to you, they're bringing that stuff all to your front door, and you don't even know what's going on. Half the times you don't even know what's going on with these situations, because you may have a good heart that you want to help somebody. So, out of a situation, know when to help and know when to just tell people I'll pray for you, and that's what I do now. Help. I'll pray for you. So achieving self-discipline was hard for me, just impulsively doing things for people who had bad intentions for me. And that was the hardest lesson on this journey so far that I had to learn. Um, and another hard, difficult lesson for me was to stop allowing people back in my life. You know how somebody do something so bad to you, so hurtful. It's like I said, everything in life is the intent behind it, the intent behind things. Notice the intent, because if the intentions are not good, then you start to see, because the mass is going to get twisted up and it's going to fall off to the side, and you're going to see, the slip started hanging down. You see these things. And it was hard for me to stop allowing these people full of toxicity back into my life. And they will come back and apologize, but the apology wasn't a sincere one. It was to get back in the energy so that they can do more things. Have you ever had people, whether it was family, relationship, or whatever, do something really bad to you that hurt you real bad, and they come back apologize with family, or I love you, or whatever the case is, right? And they come with a gift, and oh, I'm really sorry, but they just come back and do something worse than they did the first time around. And I wasn't learning from that. I'm thinking, because you're my family, or because you're my partner, okay, you apologize. So let's see, I forgive you, and let's see where we go with this. But forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. Forgiveness, really, when you forgive people who hurt you really bad, the forgiveness is for you, so that you can move on with your life and go and heal those hurts, and so that you can heal, grow, and evolve. It's not for them, and it's not for you to keep letting people like that back into your life, especially when you've given them another chance. Maybe you've given two or three chances, but each chance you gave, excuse me, each chance that you gave, they came back and did something worse than ever. So those are signs from the universe that, hey, look, this person is not sincere, because they're coming back, to do more and more. So that was one of the difficult lessons as well for me to learn. Sometimes that door needs to be closed and padlocked for good. And it doesn't matter, to me, for me, whether we share DNA, or whether we, had this long relationship where we were going to have this and that, or you're my, you know, friend, girlfriend from since I was 10 years old. We grew up together, we best friends, and or BFF, whatever you want to call it. But you've done things so horrific to me. No, you don't get to do that and think that you get to stay in my life. That's how I am today. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter the DNA and all those things. I used to seriously think about that. Well, it's family. But family, you have to sometimes keep people at a bay. You have to set boundaries, especially when people coming in your life trying to use you, trying to take, and I have like one sibling who does that a lot, used to do it, because I don't allow it anymore. Come and hit you up for some money, never pay it back, never want to work, maybe work enough to just, get little things that they want, but they don't want to work. They want to take and use the fact, hey, you're my sis, or, cousin, or whatever it is. And my father, before he passed away, used to always get on me about that. You can't do that, because you're being used, you're being taken advantage of. And my father got to the point where he just like, okay, let this person, and I use person because I don't use names, places, locations like that, but I'm using this as an example to help other people who might be going through this currently. um, just leave them where they are. And it was difficult for me to learn that lesson until I had my son, and something happened because I let this sibling stay with me for a while, to the point where it was so bad. I said, you got to go. And if I say you got to go, you got to get out, it's bad, because I always try to um, see what I can do to rectify the situation. In this case, there was no rectifying. The resolution was you got to go. And, then when you do that and you start to take back your power, like I did a video about taking back your power, because that means you're giving your power away when you let people take advantage of you over and over and over again. They come back, they apologize, they do something else, to you, and they keep doing it. How many times are you supposed to do that? And forgiveness, like I said, when people say, oh, you're supposed to forgive, yes, but the forgiveness is for you so that you can move on and heal from the things that these folks have done to you, so that you can grow and evolve and take care of yourself, not them. One of the things, as I learned being on this journey to heal, is peace, is what I was striving for, inner peace, and that wasn't easy to acquire. Um, so I had to ask God for help and to close down toxicity, because the people that I wanted to get out of my life due to the toxicity, the drama, and the crazy, they didn't want to leave. They felt like leeches. You guys know what a leech is? You ever been like into a lake or a pond and there's leeches? They get stuck to you. They're like blood suckers, and you have to peel them off, pull them, and they don't want to go. You have to really dig down and pull them off your skin. That's how it felt with me, with these people bringing toxicity. They didn't want to leave, you know, because at first I started off with the boundaries. And as I set those boundaries, they kept disrespecting them. Girl, please, kind of attitude. If somebody set a boundary with you, it's for a specific reason. And it's in your best interest to respect that. Especially in my case too, I say that because if I set boundaries, there's a reason. And if they keep hopping, skipping, and disrespecting it, then I'm going to shut the door and I'm not opening it again, whether I get an apology or not. Okay, I will always accept the apology, okay, for the most part, so that I can move on. Not for me to open up that door and let you back in and do something worse. So that's something I had to learn. And as I started to do that and shut those doors and just cut off, block, and delete, I started to work on myself, redirect. After you snatch back your power from these folks, redirect the focus and put it on your healing. Nobody has the right to try to play God in your life and to have you like a puppet on a string. You don't owe folks anything. Okay, nobody owes anybody anything. You owe it to yourself to heal and to take care of yourself, your physical and mental health. You don't owe these folks anything just because you share the same last name or you share whatever or you grew up together. You don't owe these people anything, you know? And especially if you were something positive in their life and they didn't appreciate you and they kept doing the most and the worst, then you had a right to let go. So don't look at it in that way, because at first I was feeling guilty about it. Guilty for what? I don't owe these people anything. I owe it to myself to take care of me, So I snatched back my power and then I redirected the focus that I was putting on these folks and put it on myself, build myself up. And people didn't like that. These toxic situations and individuals didn't like that. Some people, what I didn't mention, is just dropped off by the wayside themselves. I didn't have to cut them off. When they started to see I was changing, growing, and evolving, they just got out of the way. But others wanted to leech on. And, like I said, with a leech, you have to work even harder to pull them off your skin. So, and as I was doing this, I had to learn self-discipline. Hey, Lisa, you can't let everybody in your energy and space because some of these people are not here for the right reason. They're here to suck you dry of your energy and whatever you have so that they can take it for themselves. Or, some people like, the saying misery loves company. That's really true. So when you see miserable people in situations, I try to detour from it. I was in a store the other day, in a dollar store, getting a few things, and It was a long line because there was only one register open, and this woman that was on, she was maybe a couple of people behind me, and she kept complaining to the manager about opening up another register. And the manager told her, "Yeah, I'm going to open one up in a few minutes or so." And then she disappeared in the back somewhere. And the woman kept going on and on and on. Technically she was right. The line was really long, and one person was, you know, uh, the cashier was only one person. So, but she kept going on, like she wanted to create some kind of negativity, because that went on and on until I got up to the line and paid for my stuff and left. And I said, you know, you know, if you've been around a lot of toxicity and stuff, you know what it is, guys. And I was just glad to get out of that environment, because I was looking at the faces of the individuals who were in the line, and they were just shaking their head and was disgusted with the whole situation. Seeing it once or twice and then leaving it alone, but it was like she wanted to get everybody fired up, over the situation, instead of finding out the reason why that was occurring. See, for me, I would just, if I got involved, which I didn't, it would be to find out why find out why something is going on before you try to do what she was doing. But in any event, I was glad to get out of there, and the people in front of me were glad to leave too, because they saw the toxicity and how, it was escalating. So I try to diffuse toxicity like that, but unless it's directed towards me. But in any event, I see things for what they are now and not what I want it to be, because I always thought I can fix things, with people. And I had to learn, and especially with my therapist, no, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. People have to want to change for the better. They have to want to do better. They have to want to heal things in their life that's been causing them pain and in any form of toxicity. They have to want to rid themselves of it. Otherwise, you're just talking and wasting your time. you know you can tell people whatever, but like I said, they have to be motivated to do so within their own life, and if they're not, it's nothing you can do. The thing what I do is, when I see a high level of it, because we all have some form of it, but I'm talking about high levels where people just want to start trouble and get things started, I disconnect from that, because I'm not on that page. I'm on a different road and page of healing, growing, evolving, you know. And when that person is on toxicity, I just leave them there, keep going. I don't care what they have to say or what they're saying about me or what they're not saying. It doesn't matter to me at that point, because I'm busy taking care of myself as I snatch back my power. And I don't say take back, I say snatch back, guys, because nobody has a right to play God in your life. Nobody has a right to have you like a puppet on a string, telling you when to get up, when to sit down, when to shut up, when to speak, when to go to bed, who to talk to, all of that. Nobody has a right to tell you any of that. And I'm talking from experience, because I dealt with that crap for 10 years out of my life, dealing with somebody which was controlling every aspect of my life. And I let it happen. And one of the things that I regret is, because of that, my son saw all of that and then lost kind of respect for me, because I allowed that to take place, not knowing that I was fearful of this ex because of the things that was being said, what they were going to do, talking about burning down my house, cutting up tires on my car, destroying this, doing that. And, the least I am today is like what I say, someone do something like that. Um, I'm not the same Lisa Vaughn I used to be. You talk like that to me, you're going to jail and hell, because I will not back down. Like the Tom Petty song, Stand Your Ground. Don't let people intimidate you and bring fear into your life to make you think that you need them. And, and they can talk to you and disrespect you and do whatever they want, because they don't have the right to do that. I don't care what they're talking about. No one has the right to play God in your life. If they can't give you the respect that you're giving them, then you set boundaries. And what I do when those boundaries are crossed, okay, it's time to say goodbye. The door is shut permanently. And I don't care about the noise after I shut that door. Self discipline, people, is not easy to get to that level, but I want it in a peace because I have put up with all these things for far too long from different people, whether it was family members, ex partners, business settings and situation. And I was too afraid to stand up for myself. And I had to learn as I was down to the ground with zero and asking God to help me. And I was taking baby steps because I was still, afraid because I didn't know where it was going to take me. But as I did that, God started taking steps on my behalf. And then I grew stronger and realized that I am just as important as the next individual. And you tell yourself that too. No matter what you're going through, you're just as important as the next person. Never allow anyone to take that from you. You have a right to go and heal your mental and physical health. You're going to have scars from your pain and grief and things you've gone through, but you're going to be a better person as you grow and heal. Because one day somebody is going to come along, whether it's a friend or you may be someplace in a store, and somebody may have gone through what you already went through. And you may be a blessing to them by helping them, telling them how you got through that particular situation. And it can help them as they apply that within their own situation that they may be going through. So the key factor is to grow, heal, evolve, and to help other people to do the same by paying it forward. Self-discipline is not easy. It wasn't easy for me because I was making impulsive decisions, because that's how it was with everything. I had to change my mindset. Being self-disciplined is changing your mindset, because when we grow up in the world that we live in today, we learn certain things. It's like this, it's like that. You got to do this, you got to be this way, you got to do A, B, C, and D. But as you meditate and God is the source, people look into other people as the source, but God is the source. And as I learned that, I changed my mindset in order not to make impulsive decisions. Meditation, music, time spent alone, setting boundaries, and just telling God what I want. Tell the universe, God, what you want, and try to take steps in that direction. Because as you do that, ask God to help you, and I promise you, He will help you. Today, I learned the importance of taking my time, instead of making impulsive decisions. Even with dating and things, and I just take my time with situations. And if a person don't want to take their time, then it's okay. Then we're not for one another because I'm not going to jump in until I see, what type of individual I'm dealing with, because toxicity for me is real and it's been real for a long time. And I don't want any more of it in my life. I mean, people have problems and situations, but I need to watch to see how they handle those problems and situations. If they, have anger, severe anger issues and things, these things are signs, you know. Um, so, like I said, and self discipline has also caused me to change my eating habits. Let me tell you guys, I was eating up everything, especially during the shutdown, eating up everything that wasn't nailed down, and I had gained so much weight, etc. Now I'm eating healthier. Guys, grapes are good. Yesterday I had a cup of watermelon, which is really good. Really good. And then grapes. Um, they don't have cherries right now, but just eating better. I don't care too much for eating apples, so I'll eat grapes. Just change things that's gonna boost your mood. Because and it's not easy because I love the sweet stuff and I still eat them, but not as before. I'm not gonna lie here. I do still eat the little donuts and cupcakes, but not as much. I grab some grapes or something like that, watermelon or something like that, changing that because it helps me to stay, slimmer and going to the gym, which I have to do because I haven't been because of all these new responsibilities, but I have to fit that in. And just do things for you, and people who really care about you and really care about what's going on in your life and you as a person, you would see that. You would know the difference between the toxic individuals and those who genuinely care about you. And one way to know that is by people's intentions. The intent is everything. And if a person's intentions are not pure, I can pick up on that because I've gone through the worst and the most for far too long in every area of my life that I can see behind the mask because they can't hide it for too long because I'm going to take my time with whatever I do. I had a company kept calling me about making a business decision. And because they seem like they wasn't giving me time to think about what was being offered, and they kept calling and calling and blowing up my phone, and I'm like, send me an email so I can see, and they sent that, and before I can even really sit and look at it, they were blowing up my phone to the point that I said, I'm not doing this. And after I said, I don't want to do this because I feel like you're trying to rush me into a decision that I need to take my time. And it kept calling all hours of the night to the point where I said, you know what, the hell with this. And I blocked it. Block it. I'm not doing this. Because if anything that makes you feel pressure, whether it's a business decision, whether it's a relationship or a family member asking for you to sign on a dotted line or do something that makes you unsure, listen to your intuition. Take your time. Find out more information before you make an impulsive decision, you know, that can cause more pain into your life. It is better to look things over, to take your time, and it's better to have inner peace. And as I did that and got rid of all these things out of my life, I started to experience inner peace, you know. And it is better to have inner peace instead of toxic situations that put you into pieces. That's the message today. Please share this with other people because people need to be uplifted. They need to know they matter. They need to know that they don't have to be a puppet on a string for anybody else, and that other people need to heal. Then you have to leave them where they are if they don't want to get onto the bandwagon to heal. If they want the toxicity, you don't set boundaries, so that you can take care of yourself. Never give up on your self investment. And that is the message today. And I'll be back tomorrow to see you guys. I don't know what time it will be. Please subscribe to the channel and invite your friends and everyone else who are dealing with mental health issues to come to this channel. Because not everybody likes to talk about these things, but they can show up here and get uplifted and learn ways to take care of yourself as I have. Thank you guys. This is Lisa, always uplifting, shedding love and light. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and have a great day. Bye for now.